Alright, let's talk a little bit about arm angles. I get asked a lot about what is the best arm slot for pitching, or what is the best arm angle for pitching, and is sidearm pitching bad for you, or should I drop down? Should I be a submarine pitcher? Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about that today. But first, let me tell you my story from an arm angle or arm slot perspective. In high school, I was a high 3/4 guy. And I felt good there, but I had some, I would get sore a lot. I would get very sore, and I was a max effort guy. And what happened as the further I went along in high school, the lower I got. I ended up being, at the end of my high school career, a low 3/4 guy. And that worked out better for me. I felt better, I wasn't as sore, I had more movement on my pitches, and I really liked that. When I went to junior college, however, I dropped down even more and came to almost the straight sidearm angle, where I was straight out here. And I had a really great year those 2 years, and that got me into Auburn University. At that time in high school, I was probably topping out at 90, JUCO 91, 92, and then I went to Auburn. My junior year at Auburn, I didn't have a great fall. So the coach, of course, dropped me down to a submarine guy. So I pitched that whole spring as a submarine guy, and I was still able to get it up. I was topping out at like 93, which is not bad for a submarine guy. But I walked the house. I walked a lot of guys, but I really liked it, and I learned a lot from dropping down to that submarine arm angle. And then my senior year, I came back up to the sidearm spot, straight sidearm, where I was before, and then I stayed there for the rest of my career through all my years in pro baseball, and was even able to top out at 96 miles an hour from a straight sidearm slot. So that's one misconception that I want to clear up. First of all, is that yes, the lower you go, you're usually dropping for more movement and more deception, but I think there's a misconception that you lose mile per hour or you throw slower. I think you're still able to throw fast from that arm angle. I mean, you might not be a 100-mile-an-hour pitcher there, but I was able to throw 96 from this arm slot. So it's possible, and there's a lot of guys out there. I think even Darren O'Day is a submarine guy in the minor leagues. I know he's popping some 90s in there at least. I don't know what he sits at now, but you know, it can be done. You can be a higher velocity pitcher with a lower arm angle. So that's one misconception. The other thing is, every arm angle or every arm slot has been successful at the highest levels of baseball. So I think it's got to be more of a natural thing for the pitcher. You got to find your natural arm slot, what feels the best to you, and go for that. With that being said, the only difference in arm angle is going to be the body angle. Your body angle is going to determine your shoulder angle, which is going to determine your arm angle. So the more body tilt you have in your mechanics, the more your shoulder is going to be tilted, and the more your arm is going to be angled. So just take that into consideration when you're pitching. So to answer the question, what is the best arm angle or arm slot for pitching? There is no best one. I think it's whatever is best for you, whatever feels best for you, and whatever you can get the most success out of, keeping yourself free from injury. And is it a bad idea to drop down? No, I don't think it's a bad idea to drop down, but again, it's got to feel right, and you got to be working on your mechanics. Remember, it's not just your arm angle, it's your body angle, your shoulder angle, and your arm follows. Okay, I hope this helps, guys. Leave a comment below, and I'll talk to you soon.
If you found this video helpful, please subscribe and then join the free newsletter at yougoprobaseball.com.